What's that? You see?
Fighter jet. From who do you expect to get it?
From the sky.
You see that the fighting is intensifying, and that means that our support for Ukraine also has to intensify. And we feel that time is now of the essence. And therefore it's a very good thing that we're now again coordinating our efforts. And it is true that they have also requested F-16s, and it is also something that we take very seriously. Of course, this is a complex weapon system. And we have to debate this with our partners, also with the United States, and we have to think about feasibility. And it is something that will take time. And it is best done behind closed doors to see what is possible, what is not possible, what the consequences would be.
We see some concerning news coming from Moldova. Of course, this is very disturbing what we are hearing at the moment, so we need to clarify and collect some more information about that. But of course, all the partner states, they have to be also sure that if there is any need to help them, there is a help for them. But at the moment, as I said, there has to be a focus on Ukraine.
We are continuing to search for the debris in central Yukon. We have deployed a number of aircraft to assist in that recovery effort. I want to indicate that the terrain is extremely rugged, it is extremely remote. The temperature is approximately minus 25 degrees Celsius there, and there's heavy snow. So the recovery effort is difficult, but as I said, we have a number of aircraft on the ground, in the air, and people on the ground. We have RCMP, we have FBI assistance, and we have obviously Canadian Armed Forces members that are assisting with this effort.
Together, this contact group has made it clear that we will support Ukraine's fight for freedom over the long haul and help Ukraine hold and advance during the spring counteroffensive. With unity and urgency, we will again deliver the support that we have promised to Ukraine. Ukraine has urgent requirements to help it meet this crucial moment in the course of the war. And President Zelensky underscored Ukraine's need for more equipment at our last meeting in Ramstein. So we're fortunate to be joined again by my good friend, Ukrainian Minister of Defense, Oleksiy Reznikov. And Oleksiy, thanks for your leadership and for joining us again today in person. The Kremlin is still betting that it can wait us out, but 1 year on, we are as united as ever. And that shared resolve will help sustain Ukraine's momentum in the crucial weeks ahead and help Ukraine travel the challenging road that lies beyond. And looking around this room today, I know that our unity will only grow. We all understand the stakes in Russia's war of choice. This isn't just about Ukraine's right to live in peace and security. It's also about the kind of world that our children will inherit. None of us want to live in a world where autocrats can assault their peaceful neighbors, trample their borders, and bombard their people. So we've come together to stand up for a world where rules matter, where sovereignty is respected, and where civilians are protected.
Next week we mark the first year of the terrible war in Ukraine, the full-fledged invasion by Russia against Ukraine. And we see no signs that President Putin is preparing for peace. What we see is the opposite. He is preparing for more war, for new offensives and new attacks. So it makes it just even more important that NATO allies and partners provide more support to Ukraine, and we will meet later on today in the US-led contact group for Ukraine and address the urgent needs for increased support to Ukraine. Not least the need to provide more ammunition and also how to ramp up production and strengthen our defense industry to be able to provide the necessary ammunition to Ukraine and also to replenish our own stocks. Yes, the type of support has evolved and that's part of the ongoing consultations among allies within NATO, within the Ukraine support group. And it will continue because we need to ensure that Ukraine gets the weapons it needs to be able to retake territory, liberate the lands and win this war and prevail as a sovereign independent nation. So the issue of aircraft is not the most urgent issue now, but it is an ongoing discussion. And as I've said before, we have ongoing consultations among allies on the type of systems allies should deliver to Ukraine, and that will continue. And we have evolved the type of support we are providing to Ukraine has changed and evolved over the time, and it will continue to change and evolve as this war develops. The main question is not whether Finland and Sweden are ratified together. The main question is that they are both ratified as full members as soon as possible. And I'm confident that both will be full members and are working hard to get both ratified as soon as possible. We are all horrified by the terrible toll caused by the earthquakes in Turkey. NATO allies are providing substantial support to Turkey. This support needs to continue and we need to stand in solidarity and sustain our support to Turkey.